Have you ever noticed something no one else could see? And instead of feeling gifted, you felt the weight of it. Like God showed you a truth everyone around you was blind to. And suddenly, you were carrying a burden nobody else even sensed. What people call discernment sounds beautiful, until you realize there's a danger behind spiritual sight that nobody warns you about. Everyone wants discernment until God actually gives it to them, because when He opens your eyes, He doesn't just show you blessings, He shows you danger, deception, and spiritual cracks beneath the surface that everyone else is too distracted to notice. And suddenly, you're alert in moments where others are relaxed. You feel tension in rooms that look peaceful. You sense warfare in conversations that sound innocent. You catch spiritual signals people around you don't even register. It's not because you're dramatic. It's not because you're overthinking. It's because God wired your spirit to detect what others overlook. The Bible even says in 1 Corinthians 2:14, "The person without the Spirit cannot understand the things of the Spirit, because they are spiritually discerned," meaning people who don't have spiritual sight simply can't see what God shows you, even if you try to explain it. But here's the part no one tells you. Spiritual sight creates distance. It separates you from the crowd. It makes you the one who feels troubled while everyone else feels comfortable. It's not loneliness, it's spiritual elevation. It's God pulling you out before the environment pulls you under. He isolates those He chooses so they don't get entangled with what they've been called to see through. God shows you what others can't see. People won't always understand you, and some will even think you're wrong, not because you're confused, but because they're spiritually asleep. You'll notice patterns before they form. You'll sense danger before it appears. You'll see truth in people before they reveal their intentions. And because they can't see what you see, they'll question what you feel. They'll say, "Why are you overreacting? What's the big deal? You're reading too much into it." But deep down, your spirit knows. You're not reacting. You're discerning. You're not anxious. You're aware. You're not judging. You're seeing what's hidden. Jesus even said in Matthew 13:16, "But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear." Meaning, spiritual sight is a blessing, but not everyone has it, so not everyone will understand you. Prophetic sight will always look like exaggeration to people who only rely on their eyes. And that's why spiritually mature believers often feel misunderstood, not because they're strange, but because they're ahead. Seeing what others can't isn't just a gift, it makes you a threat. Because the moment you begin to discern things early, the enemy recognizes you before people do. He knows you see through manipulation. He knows you detect hidden motives. He knows you sense spiritual atmospheres shifting, and that awareness makes you harder to deceive, which means you become a target. This is why the spiritually awake often face sudden pressure out of nowhere, emotional heaviness they can't explain, warfare that doesn't match their circumstances, random discouragement or fear that tries to shut them down. It's not random, it's retaliation. The enemy attacks those who can expose him. This is exactly why 1 Peter 5:8 warns us, "Stay alert, watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." The more you see, the more he tries to silence you, not because you're weak, but because your sight is dangerous to his plans. When God reveals something to you, He's not just showing you, He's entrusting you. And that's where many people get it wrong. Because spiritual sight is not just about awareness, it's about accountability. Most people want revelation without responsibility. They want insight without discipline. They want clarity without the courage that comes with it. But when God opens your eyes, you're responsible for how you respond. how you speak, how you pray, and whether you obey what he shows you. And ignoring revelation is dangerous, not because God punishes you, but because ignoring what he showed you exposes you. When God warns you, it's protection. When he reveals a person's true intentions, it's for your safety. When he highlights a spiritual attack, it's so you can resist it before it hits. This is why James 4:17 says, "If anyone knows the right thing to do and does not do it, for him it is sin." Meaning, when God shows you, you're required to act on what you've seen. Revelation becomes responsibility, and responsibility becomes protection. One of the greatest dangers of spiritual sight is thinking something is wrong with you, when in reality, God is separating you to protect you, because the more you see, the more you outgrow, and the more God removes. He pulls you away from environments that drain you. He disconnects you from people who can't walk with you. He distances you from voices that would blind you. And at first, this feels like rejection, but it's actually God guarding your discernment. This is why so many spiritually mature believers feel out of place. You don't fit where you used to. Conversations that once entertained you now bother your spirit. People you once felt close to now feel distant. What used to feel normal now feels spiritually unsafe. It's not coincidence, it's clarity. God isolates those who see differently so they don't get blinded by the crowd. And Jesus himself modeled this, often slipping away to lonely places to pray. Luke 5:16. He showed us that separation is not punishment, it's preparation. So let me ask you this. If God is letting you see what others can't, what is he trying to protect you from right now? Because once he reveals something, you can't unsee it, and you're no longer allowed to move like everyone else. Drop the word "see" in the comments if this hit your spirit, and I'll know you're someone God is sharpening in this season.
SBIC, something big is coming. Please subscribe for more content.